Hey everybody, how's it going? Today we are going to take a look at version 19.0. We've got a brand new opening cover and very beautiful art featuring all the new transcensions and all that. And of course we saw Hallelujah there, right? But of course we've got 19.0 here, and that comes with a good set of updates as well. So let's make sure you don't miss anything and go over them one by one. The biggest thing is probably the change that is happening with stocked quests. Basically what is going to happen is that you can now replay a stocked quest until you win. So for example, well, there is one exception here, and you can see that in red. This doesn't apply to the Chokyukyoku Insidious quests or lethal. I can never remember. But so for example, I did stock Shin Shiva here, but you can see that in yellow text it says only one time playable. However, the other cool thing is you can stock this quest, for example. And again, don't forget that since we are in the trial period for the Mon Pass, everybody has the ability to stock 2 quests right now. But if I was to click this button here, you may notice that the way this works is slightly different in that you know that the stamina was not spent immediately. Now, when you stock the quest, it is only spent when you run the quest. And you can see here that the text here is in blue saying playable until you clear the quest. So again, let's reiterate the changes here. You can stock a quest, and at that point when you stock the quest, it does not spend stamina. It only spends stamina when you run the quest. However, you can now run this quest over and over until you win. So that is pretty awesome. If you're struggling with a certain stage, you keep running it over and over, you run out of time. Well, now you can almost, if you're close, you can almost guarantee you get that one last drop, because now you can play that over even when the quest is done schedule wise, but keep playing until you win that one time. You can actually, let's go to the next slide. Any campaigns that were active for that quest in terms of reduced stamina, for example, like occasionally you'll see if the live stream completed a quest that the next time they appear it'll be at 50% off. But up until now, when you stock those quests, it would always be at full stamina. Not anymore. Now it will stock at that stamina level. So if it was 50% off, you get to stock it at 50% off, and again you can run it until you clear it at that stamina level, which is really nice. The other cool thing is that on these stocked quests, you can now use the Fueru Biscuit, which up until now was not available. You were forced to play without, the biscuit as an option. The other cool thing, and I'm not going to do that because I do want to give that Shin Shiva one last run, is that Mon Pass subscribers are now able to stock the same quest twice. Before you were forced to stock different quests, but now you can do it twice, which again gives you the ability to get 2 clears even after the specified quest is over, giving you an extra perk being a Mon Pass subscriber. Again, for those of you who don't have Mon Pass, you only have 1 stockable quest, so that really doesn't matter for you. Again, both quests, you have 48 hours before they disappear from your stocked queue. Alright, number 2, there's just a few small updates in the midst of things. If you have hit the max box size for your box, that has been increased to 6,200. That's an extra 500 spaces for those of you out there who can't clean up your boxes. The other thing is that the library has all of its clear statuses reset, so you can play these again and get all of those clear orbs one more time. Again, don't forget that they have changed it so that you can get the entire thing marked as cleared just by clearing the topmost level rather than doing it again. I forget which one that I've cleared in the past, but I believe there's like a blue mark saying that you can just clear it again to get the reward one more time. So for those of you who are rushing to clear it before the maintenance, good job. You have over 500 orbs that you can earn by clearing every single stage in here. I mean, of course, you are going to be gated by the number of points you have, which scale to your level, and maybe take advantage of some campaigns where clearing these quests take no library points at all. Number 3 is the Erebirubel update. You can now go into the Erebirubel campaigns to see one new option here. It is the Sacred Grounds, Shinji no Seiki. There's a new campaign where you can now get 2 times the boss drop rates, increasing the chances of getting gold egg drops rather than other junk along the way. There are also some buffs on existing quest campaigns. You can see that the normal quest EXP bonus has been increased from 2.5 times to 3 times, and the temple goldberry drop rates have been increased from 2 times to 2.5 times. Again, don't forget that this bottom one here combines the two, so you can take advantage of that there as well. What's this red icon? I'm sure people have been asking about that everywhere. You may have noticed that in the in your box that certain monsters will have this red glowing icon on them. You can see that Sakamoto Ryoma there, of course being a Transcendent Kai, that makes sense. But you can also see that mana here because I used the scroll on here. It's an easier way to really identify when a monster has been super typed. Again, you know, especially with the Guerrilla Day event, you know, probably people have a lot higher opportunity to spend these scrolls. You know, making sure that you boost those monsters to their next level. It's just an easier way to notice them, and you can also see them in your team as well, as just an obvious way to tell which one is which. Because up until before, you know, for example, if I had these manas, I would have to long press, check, okay, the text was yellow, I supered her, this is not the super version. But now you can just see on your team right here, or in your box. There you go, it's the first one. Perfect. Alright. Next, free practice items. So when you go to the practice grounds, the Kunrenjo, let's see, where are they? Over here. Over here. If you are running the quests, you are now able to run the quests with helper items for free. You can see that they cost nothing at all. You can just use them to your heart's content, or don't, to make sure you get the proper challenge when you do it for reals. But that's a nice update just for practice for sure. Number 6, and I do not have that on screen, but actually, you know what? We can do that real quick. You know, when you have quests and you look at the details here, that they have all of these you know, quirks of the stages that you may be curious about, right? Like, for example, did this stage have no hearts? I don't remember. What was the, you know, the special multiplier for weak points? Now that'll show up on stage. All of this information that you see here, you can now see in game, right? You can just click the menu item, and then it will show all of that detail again on the status, or sorry, not the status screen, but the menu screen for you. Right, you go here, it is now visible, and now you can write, oh, okay. Well, again, if you can read Japanese, of course, you know that, okay, this stage doesn't have any hearts, so I need to be careful. And so, definitely a cool update to help you get some information. Again, for those of you who can't read Japanese, pattern matching, good luck, but for those of you who can, it's certainly a helpful tidbit there. And then we wrap up 19.0 with just a few small updates. There were some quests that would just never show up when you were, you know, looking for, you know, friends to host because you didn't meet the requirements in the first place. They've tweaked it a little so that it is visible, but it will have a grayed out treatment to make it obvious that you can't join. This probably has to do with this new update with the joining, so probably makes it easier to display everything in general. In the Strikers Navi, they had some situations where it was saying, hey, use this to collect bosses, right? This first, or not the first section, but the second section here is all about, collecting monsters. Well, it didn't really make sense when the boss wouldn't actually drop, so quests that don't actually drop the boss directly won't show up in there anymore. Very small update. The other thing is the Mon spot. You may have noticed that if you ever killed your app, that it would revert the state of the auto collect feature to off. That is now fixed. It will no longer do that even if you kill your app. So now you don't have to worry about having to click that button over and over again to collect it. And again, for those of you out there who aren't doing this on a regular basis, especially with the Mon Pass trial right now, always make sure that you put down a spot every day and set up your antenna and your current location spot. It's important if you do co-op to do the antenna here, because that is shared with everybody in the quest. And of course, when you are hosting, you want to make sure to gather the big one here to make sure you get the full rewards of the Mon spot. This is available to everybody regardless of whether you're a Mon spot user, and it only gives you bonuses in stages unless you're trying to do some cheesing where a certain statistical value helps you out or not. That's the only case where you wouldn't want to do it, but always check it, because as a Mon Pass user it is always a plus, so you have very good opportunities to get some bonuses there. And some last things, Mon spot locations have been removed for whatever reasons. There was a special material quest you could buy for an orb, if you remember that. That has been removed from the game. It's no longer available. And the last thing is there was a bug where if a connect skill depended on total team HP, when you use the HP times 2 helper item on the special stages, it wasn't being activated. That has been fixed as well. So just a small update. So that's it for 19.0. Not too many big updates. Oh, and of course, for those of you who are interested in paying in the game, there is a special pack that gives you a special 6-star monsters. It includes limited monsters as part of the pool. So, if you are willing to spend some money, 490 yen is certainly worth it for that lineup. So not only do you get 5 orbs, you're also getting that 6-star drop that includes limiteds. Doesn't guarantee it. Doesn't guarantee it being new, but it does give you the possibility of it. So if you are interested in paying that $5, I think it's worth it. I am, of course, free to play, so I'll keep going until something forces me otherwise. It'll be something big if that does. But I'm already spending enough money on the Hinata game, so Yuna's on air if you don't watch that. Anyways, that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing, giving a like, and commenting below. I will answer as many questions as I can for you to the best of my ability. Otherwise, go ahead, follow the ENGmon's Twitter account, or join us at the Discord channel where you can talk with other people who also love the game. So that's it for me. I've been stumbling today all day. That's it for me. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, bye bye.